And welcome back to How Not to MTGA with the new Zendikar Rising expansion. I've got a new deck that I want to show off. That is post-rotation. Basically, I updated, I think one of my first decks I did in this series, like 2 or 3 rotations ago, was called Oral Fixation. And it hasn't quite had the same pieces as that original one, so I haven't done an update video of it, but this is the first version of it that has worked in a while. And it's not really aura based anymore. I just forgot to change the name when the strategy changed, but it still has some remnants of that. Birth of land drop's important, so we're doing that. These guys, that's some removal. Growing our guys is important. Land drops, again, are important, so we'll have one of those. It's essentially 5 of these guys. A lot of enchantments, so we have enchantment, life gain, and draws. And Felidar Retreat is our main thing. Our plan is to have massive land drops with Felidar and just go freaking crazy on the enemy. The Ancient Greenwarden, you can play an additional land or play a land from your graveyard. So, was that World Engine that it's like? It doubles the landfall triggers for Felidar Retreat, or the Turntimber. The main reason I have that in that is because since it's a land, I can get it out of the graveyard again. And we'll see how this bad boy works. So. And if you didn't see all that, because I went through it so fast I couldn't even read it in the description, but you can you can read it in the description, because I went through it so fast I couldn't even read it out loud. Sorry, trying to quickly record this while kids are asleep. Otherwise, it'll be a week before I do this. Okay. Yeah, I don't have both my colors here, so bet ammo again. I might look into doing a mill deck next, because one of my anti-mill pieces was taken out with rotation, so I'm kind of wondering if mill is stronger now. This is a pretty nice hand. It's hard to decide what to get rid of. Okay. So I have a new idea for the format of the show where I'm going to play my magic decks against my friend Echo, because she's a really bad sore loser, so I think it'll be much more entertaining to hear her call me a bastard and stuff when I pull my janky crap on her. But she's been having laptop problems and social distancing stuff in general. Okay, he's got like the card I hate most in the world. Because I play enchantments so much. I think I might get rid of the Wayfarer's Blessing and put in just 2 more Elspeth Conquers Death, because in all the games I've played so far, the Wayfarer's Blessing has not been a whole lot of help. The card draw is nice, but in most games, I think I'd rather have the Elspeth and be able to get back something, but I'm not sure yet. Of course, it would. I should probably not do that, just because then I'll have no way to get rid of stuff under 3. There's a few other things I'm looking at, like ways to bounce land. I did not watch preview season at all, so when I was going through everything with the massive downage was the first time I saw a lot of the cards that are in the new set. So I still don't know what's all in it. But having sorceries that are lands and being able to bounce lands seems good to me. So I think some of the complaints about how underpowered the set is are probably exaggerated. I have a token deck that I might try to work into this, and I have another strategy with Felidar. Yeah, this card's just crazy, and it's probably going to get banned before too long. So the only bad thing about it is that I do not like to play the same deck everybody else is playing. If I see more than one person playing the same deck as me, I stop playing that deck pretty much. So that is why I never get above platinum. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to increase the removal in this deck because there's so much more enchantment removal now that I think I was starting to say this, but I was also I'm also thinking about the seeing if there's ways to fish my enchantments out of my graveyard, because I can't remember if the one card is rotated out or not, so I'll have to look into that. Because in a deck like this, well, in specifically this deck before, I had in it's a Shaman Centaur, I forget what what his name is, but you could shuffle things back into your deck, and since this deck could theoretically run itself out of cards pretty easily, that's one thing I would like to be able to do. Oh yeah, I touched on it with the mill comment earlier, that's right. Okay, D's hand. But the Felidar Retreat and Fabled Passage together are really nice. I'm really sad that I'm not going to be able to do any Mirror March anymore. My one Mirror March deck I was playing with, since the basic play mode is basically historic at this point. So, yeah, I want but yeah, my Mirror March deck was doing really nice. There is sort of a replacement for Mirror March, but it's interesting because there's no chance for it to whiff, but it also doesn't have the chance to blow up either. So, ooh, wait a second. I might be wrong about that. I just figured out. Oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say, because it's an artifact, I'm blanking the name of it, but it can copy a permanent, but it's a legendary, so it can't copy itself. That's right. Unless... Alright, there's a super janky way around it, but I don't even know if that is... You can even play that at post-rotation, so... You'd have to turn it into a creature, then have that illusion that lets you make a copy of a legendary without it being a legendary. So I don't know if this guy wasn't paying attention or he just really wanted me to get rid of that card. But he's weak to 3. Oh, so I didn't play the Felidar this turn because, no. Well, I didn't do what I thought I was going to do, so never mind. Oh, I won. I wanted the 3/3 Vigilance, and then they just scooped. They probably especially would have scooped if they knew it was in my hand. I was going to try to make clever names for all my decks, but I just make too many decks. It's definitely humbled how clever I think I am. Jadis, let's see what you got. I just recorded this yesterday, and I don't remember how the match went. I played a lot yesterday, and it took me like 4 hours to log in because they had the server update. It was supposed to have no downtime, and it ended up being down like at least 3 hours. And then they had to do another update at like 9 o'clock at night Central Time. So I usually try to get rid of the Fabled Passage first, but since this deck is landfall reliant, I hold on to those a little longer. This deck might be worth making into like an 80 card deck. I might have to look at that, because that would make it a little more mill resistant. I don't know. I guess I'm just looking for an excuse to add more lands. But even when my Fabled Passages have already grabbed everything from the deck, they still serve a purpose. So, which is why I also included Field of Ruin. I didn't block the 4/4 because I'm about to get a +1 on that wall. If you were wondering why I didn't block the 4/4. Okay. Alright, I'm surprised I'm playing the Fabled Passage for reasons I just said. I like that double landfall trigger. But I did notice that there's a number of ways to get lands back in my hand, so I'm probably going to play with that and maybe play with a new... I might do a blue-white version of this, because I have some fun ideas about what to do with that. I think... did I not quite realize? Oh, okay, that's not the one. Yeah, that was where I was like, wait, isn't there a cleric that brings all your clerics back from the dead? And so that's why I'm repeatedly reading this, is because I was like, I'm not sure that's the cleric I'm looking for or not. Okay. Probably should have saved that for getting rid of Veto, but I wanted the card draw on the life gain. Oh, I keep thinking that card will give me... I keep saying life gain, but that's not what I meant. I think my plan at this point is keep chumping that 7/7. Until I can turn things around here. I don't think that's how this works out, if I remember how this game. I don't think I noticed this funky creature they have. Oh, I see. It's like a golem thing, or an elemental thing. Alright, so... probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have held my land open for... I think that's where I screwed up right there. Is because I should have held my land open. Yeah. That's super obvious to me now. So I could have life gained. Or done, yeah. So I should have used Heliod to give my creatures... Yeah, see, I realized it right before they did it. I should have used Heliod to give my creatures lifelink, and then... oh wait, no, that's not how... It wouldn't have mattered. Okay, well, so you can... So at least you saw that the deck isn't, like, impossibly good. I did get defeated in the end, but overall, it works really well. But I hope you enjoyed the deck from what I've shown you here. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you make it and or what changes you would make to it. But until next time, I'm Nil Gravity, and remember that there really is no gravity. The Earth just sucks. Especially this year.